Well, good morning. Day 3, and it rained all night, really windy, but now the sun is trying to peak and the wind's coming from the west, so that's kind of cool. So we're heading down the river today to a unique area I've never been. Lots of waterfalls and rapids supposedly, and 2 other canoeists are going to join us. I don't really know them. I think it's Derek and Mary. I might be wrong with those names. Anyway, he has documented the river a lot, except the stretch that we're going on. So he wanted to join us so he can do that. And they were going to camp on this lake last night and join us, but the weather was too bad for them, I guess. So I don't have any signal on my phone. So we'll have another cup of coffee and see what's going on, but it's still pretty choppy out there. So we might not be joining them. But if we do, life is an adventure. Hello! Morning! Morning! Alright, here we have Dave.
Dave Skinner.
Yes, and you have all the information on the route.
Yeah, this is our first bit of fun after the dam. King's Chute. So we're supposed to be able to run the first 2. I don't know about this one. And we're going to have to stop and have a look, but otherwise we're going to have fun.
All right. Oh wait, we also have Mary.
Yeah, Mary Hagerman.
Yeah, and so you've done every stretch of this river except what we're going to do.
Yes.
So what do you think of the river?
It's fun. Some of the portages are a little challenging, but we haven't, other than me falling last year, it's been good, and not many people on it. Unless you're on a lake that's populated with cottages, but it's been great.
It's relatively clean.
Yeah.
I like that.
And the nice thing is we live close and we can do day trips and do 10 kilometers at a time or whatever, this is how we've done most of it. We did from, there that lake is, Massinac Lake to here in 3 days, and then I hurt myself, so we pulled that. Other than that, we've done the rest of it in chunks.
Oh, cool. We like to putz along. We're not speed demons.
No, we're not in a hurry at all.
Well, we're at the dam that is heading out of Crotch Lake. That's a big dam. Damn, that's a big dam.
Hot dam.
We're heading to King's Chute. I think this is King Lake, I don't know, but this is Algonquinish. This is nice. This is really nice. I have been told by some other paddlers that this is the best part of the entire river. Are you excited? So that's our first portage sign of the trip. Conservation Authority portage sign, and this is private landowner property. There's sections of crown land along the way. Andy and I are going to camp in the crown land section. But yeah, I know it's, the whole debate is whether this section should be a private land, but it is, and just don't mess it up for paddlers. Okay, make sure you don't abuse it, because he'll just shut it down. So yeah, cool. So this is King's Chute. It's a 460-meter portage, long and arduous trail, but it is there. We've already checked. I guess extreme paddlers have run these rapids. I wouldn't run that the first run. Good luck to you if you do. And the next one, no thanks. So maybe further down you can run some of the stuff. So we're going to take the packs first, check it out. Yeah, and Andy and I love doing whitewater, but we don't want to do something stupid today. Right! She's a very lucky person. Mary, what happened to you?
I did the worst thing I've ever done on a trip. I got my foot caught between 3 rocks up to the shin.
Really?
Oh, really? If there was more current, I would have been in trouble. But as it was, I just wiggled around and got my shoe off, and then I got my foot out, and then I was able to dive down and get the shoe. Every day I learn something new.
So what do you think of the river so far?
Awesome. Awesome. I love the white water.
So this is Ragged Chutes, our second last portage of the day. Waterfall. Portage on the left, right at the brink of the waterfall. Go over the hump of granite, and then there's a road, not a road, but an ATV trail that goes 800 meters around it. There's 2 side chutes off to it that goes to logging relics. And the people who are with us, they went to run all that. We're not. So, I don't know. Looks tricky. This is the area where, in the late 1800s, 2 logger or lumber barons, no, logging, well, they're not lumber barons, they're timber barons. They went to fisticuffs because the one guy, he actually built all these sluiceways and stuff to shoot his logs down. And another timber baron, he used them as well. So the other guy goes, hey, you can't do that, they're mine, I made them. And he goes, well, nobody owns the river. And he goes, yeah, I beg to differ. So it went to court, went to provincial court, federal court, provincial court. And it was all said and done in 1882. What was created from that was the Navigable Waters Act. And what that meant is, if you can, if the water is deep enough to navigate a canoe, that was kind of cool, or other watercraft, but it was the canoe that was used, then it was navigable waters and owned by anybody that can navigate it. So, and everybody can own the riverbed. So, the guy that built the sluiceways lost. I would say this is one of the most scenic spots so far. I mean, it's only day 3. But you can't run much, so don't come here thinking you're going to run all these rapids, because they're waterfalls. But they're pretty. How was that, Andy?
Oh, it's lovely. And I like how you arranged the poison ivy for me at the end here.
It's all over the place. Look at this. It's all poison ivy everywhere. Well, that was a long 800. Bugs aren't bad though.
Joyful. Joyful.
Well, we've camped just the entrance into Millar Lake. Reason why is the Crown land ends here. After that there is no Crown land, so no camping on Crown land. So I have different places to camp along the way. We'll get to that along the trip, but let's just say beyond the horizon, sort of out of the box. What's it called? What's it called, Andy? When you think outside the box, right?
Yes, think outside the balloon.
Yeah, think out. So it's been a long day. This was supposed to be a short day. Well, we ended at 3:30 and whatever, but yeah, beautiful stretch. King's Dam or King's Chutes all the way to Millar Lake. Just gorgeous, gorgeous falls, rapids. Majority, I would say 99% of them are unrunnable, so you're portage in it. But very, very scenic. Just a lot of walking. Bugs are bad, but we're good. No millipedes on this site. We're actually bush camping it. We got onto the portage and found a place to put the bug screen. Drying our clothes from after the storm yesterday. Drying the tent. Drying the sleeping bags. Drying our characters. This last rapid on Millar, we're gonna run it in the morning. And so yeah, there are rustic campsites here, really rustic. There's no room for a tent, right? So maybe not plan on this, whatever. But it's doable. It's doable. We were doing it. And you're allowed to, it's Crown Land. So yeah, so you can run probably, if you're a good paddler and the water levels are moderate, then you can run Millars. The rest, between Millars and, oh, I gotta note this, between Millars and the last 800 meter, is it Ragged Chute, I think? There's 3 swifts, okay? So don't think you're going into Millar when you go down a swift and then go around the corner, another swift, another swift. Those are just random swifts, okay? It's doable, just point your boat in the right direction, but that's not Millar's. Millar's, you'll see it, right? And there's actually a sign. We're gonna go in the bug shelter and air our feet out. This is the exciting times in the Mississippi River. Oh yeah, the paddlers went with us, Dave and Mary? It wasn't Kathy, it was Mary, right?
Yeah, Mary.
Yeah, Mary and Dave. So they kept going on because they're only doing this for the day. And it was pretty comical because this is the only stretch they haven't done as a day trip along the Mississippi. They've done everything else. And they were saying it was more difficult than the Hell's Canyon on the Mississippi River, the Blood Vein River. Okay. But yeah, so they even said they would never do the stretch again. Mind you, they had a whitewater boat, and I think they just thought they were going to run a lot more rapids, and they were dragging that boat. So yeah, scenery is amazing though. It really is. I'd say the most scenic so far in the last 3 days. Just wow. And we didn't see anybody at all. Maybe you would on a long weekend or not. I don't know, whoever goes in here. That's why I kind of like this. I don't think anybody does this. Right. Here we go. Our bush camp site on Crown Land before we finish with Crown Land and have to get thinking about where we're staying. But I got some places. Awesome. No problems, just solutions. Second trip for my Mountain Hardware Meridian 3 tent. I just got this spring and loving it because it handled that rain yesterday. Fantastic, and it also handled heavy winds throughout the night, and also dried up real quick when we got it out and aired it out. So tad heavier than my forget the other one I had, Eureka Midori, I think. So yeah, it's airy. I like how roomy it is. I like the little vestibules everywhere. Love that. Maybe we'll put a bigger hang vestibule on it as well, because the upper one is a little small. I like hanging more stuff up. So really handled the rain, really handled the wind, and I'm talking a lot of rain. And the footprint I put inside, yes, that's a debate. I put it inside, and I'm so glad I did that last night, or we would have been wet. Okay, because a puddle formed underneath the tent throughout the night during the storm, so we didn't get wet. So yeah, like it. I know, silly, but I really do like the color. That's a nice color tent, isn't it? Okay, curry tonight. We're having curry with couscous, canned chicken, butter curry, and we're having it in the bug shelter tonight. Still a fireman. Well, I have no communication on my phone. I have no signal. But there was a lot of rain yesterday. I thought, well, maybe the fireman's over, but no, that's not true. You need a lot more rain for that to happen. And sure enough, a forest fire spotter plane just went over us. So that ain't happening. Yum, yum.
Let's find out what happens next. At least Kevin isn't the only one having a hard time with his costume. Take Chloe. She's supposed to be a dragon, but let's be honest, she looks like a sock. No, I am not a sock. I am a dragon, says Chloe. Her dad made her costume. But it's clear that he is not very artistic. Think about that. Is that
Yep.
dragon
Yep.
or sock? Well, suddenly, Mr. Oh, I'm having a hard time, no one understands, is not very understanding.
Oh, good point. Good point. Interesting.
Setting up some potential drama.
Yeah.
Well, stay tuned tomorrow.
No. Really?
That's your 2 pages
I'm gonna rent the movie.
tonight on Netflix.